This is Kaufman is a live YouTube channel. I look at comic books new and old. Today I'm looking at a new comic book, Deadpool Wolverine WW3 number 2. It's by Marvel Comics. Joe Kelly's the writer, Adam Kubert is the artist. Adam Kubert's on the cover here. Pretty cool cover. Nice drawing of Deadpool and Wolverine. No feet. They're being watched by some people down here at the bottom. And there's this giant purple claw coming to get him in the background. You know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I love covers that actually show what's going on in the comic book. I'm not a fan of covers that have nothing to do with the interiors. Just not my thing. So I like a good cover that's going to show me what's going to happen in the book. So we get that here. That's awesome. We get some unique sideways pages here to start as we tell the origin of this villain. His name is Delta. Pretty typical, cliched villain origin story here. He gets experimented on by his father, and then he turns on his father and kills him. So, like I said, we've got Joe Kelly, Adam Kubert here. Joe Kelly was a writer on Deadpool. Adam Kubert was an artist on Wolverine. So, just like we got the characters teaming up, we got the creators teaming up as well. And reading the previously on here, I learned that the villain from the first issue, his name was Wither. I never figured that out from reading that last issue, so we learned that here. And that the WW3 in this comic book actually doesn't stand for World War III, which is kind of what I was always thinking it stood for. It stands for Wade Wilson III, which is who Deadpool is now, thanks to Delta. So, and Delta is forcing Deadpool to do this ritual called the Becoming. So we're not really sure what that is all about, but Wolverine followed him here, and now they're battling. We see all these drones here, and there's all these rich high rollers that have enlisted Delta to bring Deadpool here for their entertainment as they basically try and reprogram him without all of his personality, where he's just this mindless killing machine. He's got these like lightsaber blades that can come out of his body from anywhere. We see here's the high rollers here. They're all watching on screens from another location. And we see this girl, Greta, who I gather is the daughter of Delta, the bad guy here. So if I had to guess, just like Delta killed his father, we'll probably see Greta at the end of this all kill her father. Probably saving Wolverine and Deadpool at the end if I'd had to guess. So this is Deadpool 2, by the way. He's got this like weird cyberpunk helmet on, and I'm not a big fan of that. I think it looks kind of stupid, but I almost think that's kind of the point. I don't think as a reader you're really supposed to want to see Deadpool like this, and we're kind of rooting for him to get back to his old self. So that's what's kind of going on here. Great splash page here. Deadpool shoots out all these lightsaber knives all over his body as Wolverine's just trying to stab him in the head to like bring him back to normal, as you would do to Deadpool. I really like this panel of like Wolverine. He's just like hanging off of Deadpool, off of the blades on his back. So we see this Greta girl, and she's got a really weird power as he's drawing the mouth really weird and everything. And honestly, she kind of looks like the Joker with the green hair and like purple mouth and pale skin. But she's got this weird teleportation power where she can create these giant portals with her mouth and then basically swallow whatever she wants to and spit it out, and that's the teleport. So she teleports them out, spits them into some trees here. Wolverine notes that he broke his spine, but of course, a page later, he's back up on his feet. She's picking them out of her teeth. I think that's a nice little touch there. The writing here is pretty good too. I really enjoyed Joe Kelly's writing here. Like he says, for instance, this is Wolverine narrating when he first sees Delta. He says, "Expensive cologne, ballistic fibers threaded with silk, sweat of a vegan. Even if I wasn't pissed off, I'd want to gut the bastard. But he's holding the cards, so he keeps his insides inside for now." So that was pretty good, I feel like. Really weird design on this guy too. This all kind of has like a weird like cyberpunk kind of feel to it. Again, we see Greta use her teleportation powers, and Wolverine says they're at the they're in northern Russia, and he'd recognize the tundra anywhere. And we see the drones are still here, so they're still watching them, and they decide to just let Wolverine and Deadpool see if they can survive in northern Russia by themselves. We get a pretty cool page as Wolverine kind of narrates them surviving the 6 weeks. And we get a long heart-to-heart here between Wolverine and Deadpool. It's actually pretty good stuff. Really tries to humanize Deadpool, make him more relatable than just kind of this, fourth wall breaking comedian killing machine, He's kind of explaining his psyche and how he feels. I really like these faces on Wolverine, really intense eyes here. But then Delta shows up and he's brought this giant, like, alien bear monster with him. He's got Greta, of course. And of course, the giant thing attacks Wolverine and Deadpool, and he just starts smashing Wolverine into the ground over and over and over again. I like how these panels are just the sound effects. Wham, 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 wham. And right as Wolverine's about toast here, Deadpool jumps on the thing's back to try and save his buddy. So Wade's kind of snapped out of his cyberpunk haze at this point. But the thing just starts ripping Deadpool apart, which is something we've seen 100 times at this point. It's really not anything shocking or new to see Deadpool getting ripped apart. We know he's going to be back up on his feet in just a few pages. So, that's kind of the problem with Wolverine and Deadpool, I feel like. With their healing powers being so OP anymore, it's just like there's really no stakes in almost anything. Really like this face here. So he throws them like down the mountain here, like Homer Simpson. Thud, gwump, gwump, crack, crack, oh. It's just like they're falling down the mountain here. And we see Wade like in a pile of body parts, and then his head finally joins them. And Logan says, "Guess we're putting that healing factor to the test." Yeah, like we haven't seen a million times already. But the big thing just comes and steps on the remains of Deadpool. And he's confronting Logan here, and we're to be continued. So I really like this face on Wolverine. This looks like Hugh Jackman. Like the eyes and the nose and the mouth really looks like Hugh Jackman in that. None of the other, pages he draws Wolverine really looking like Hugh Jackman. I like how his face is like peeling off here. But I noticed that. I love Adam Kubert, the way he draws like big giant monsters too. He really loves doing that. Looks really cool here. This guy looks absolutely crazy. I would not want to mess with him, that's for sure. So we get a little preview here of the cover of issue number 3. And I have to recommend this issue. There's some really good writing, and the art is very solid. I really like how they try and humanize Deadpool here with this conversation with Wolverine. These are actually some really good pages here, believe it or not, amongst all the kind of mindless action. But I think I kind of see where this is going between Greta and her father, and we'll see though. But thanks for clicking on the video, and thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do. I post daily comic book videos, and I'll see you on the next one.